Welcome dear students. Welcome back to physics class. Okay. So now we are in the next lesson, that is alternating current. So what is called alternating current? So before going to the alternating current, we used many instruments in electric circuits. Okay. In the two important components are very important. What are the two important components? First, the lesson which we are going to discuss is alternating current. That is AC. So chapter 7, this is very important lesson, alternating current. So the two important instruments we used in a circuit, one is a battery. One is a battery. So a battery is nothing but it is a collection of cells which are arranged in series. Okay, a collection of cells which are arranged in series is called battery. So this battery, it is the primary source of EMF. This battery is a primary source of EMF, that electromotive force which we have discussed in the previous lesson. Okay, in electric circuit. Similarly, the next one is resistance. The resistance or resistor. The resistance of a resistor. So this is a resistor and this is the resistance. So what is a resistance? It is a basic circuit element. The resistance is a basic circuit element. What is the role of the resistance? That controls the flow of current, which controls the flow of current, which controls the flow of current I. Okay. So according to Ohm's law, so we have used the resistor and battery, ammeter and key in series, but the voltmeter is connected across. Anyway, so finally from Ohm's law, we have concluded that, so from Ohm's law, we have concluded that V is equal to IR, or R is equal to V by I. So the potential difference across the terminal of the conductor, which is equal to the product of the strength of the current and the resistance, or ratio to the potential difference to the current flow through the resistor, which is equal to the constant. That constant is called resistor. Okay. But in the world, we are in the world. So in our world, the electric power is generated and distributed in the form of alternating current. Okay. So for every appliances that consumes AC current, but it further converts. நம்ம வீட்டுக்கு சரி, ஸ்கூல், இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ், malls, everywhere. So the entire world that demands the power which is generated in the form of alternating current. So why we use the alternating current? The two important two advantages. Okay, we use alternating current. We means the entire world. We use alternating current. Why? Two important reasons for using this alternating current. The first one, the alternating current can be easily transferred from one form to another form. Easily transferred from one form to another form. One form to another. So this is the first one. How we can transfer the current from one form to another form? It is by transformer. We are going to learn in the lesson. Step up and step down transformer. Another by transformer. So transformers take at the role. Transformer. Step up and step down. The second one, that AC current can be transmitted. AC current can be transmitted. So AC current, that is alternating current, can be transmitted and distributed over a long distance. And distributed over a long distance without much loss of energy. Over a long distance without much loss of energy. Long distance without much loss of energy. Because of that, we use a Alternating currents. Already we have discussed these topics in 10th standard. Magnetic effect of electric current. After the motor, the next about Faraday's law. After the Faraday's experiment, the next device is generator or dynamo. So the dynamo or generator that generates the current. Okay, in a large scale power production, we'll use only the AC dynamo or AC generator. So the entire world itself demands the power, and for the needs only in the form of AC, that is alternating current. Why we use alternating current? The two reasons. The AC current can be easily transformed from one form to another form. That is step up and step down. Okay, the voltage can be increased or decreased with the help of a transformer. Second one, the AC current can be transmitted over a long distance without much loss of energy, whereas DC current cannot. Okay, இப்போ நமக்கு மேட்டூர்ல இருக்க தெர்மல் பவர் பிளான்ட்ல ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ற எலக்ட்ரிக் எனர்ஜியும் then ஹைட்ரோ பவர் பிளான்ட்ல ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ற எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் எனர்ஜி இட்ஸ் லார்ஜ் ஸ்கேல், that is AC. Even Neyveli also, Neyveli Lignite Corporation, so there also they burn the coal, they boil the water, from the steam they'll operate the turbine, then AC current only produced. So the AC current can be transmitted and distributed for a long distance without much loss of energy. Okay, and another one, the AC changes continuously, okay, and reverse the direction periodically. The next 2 points. See, this is AC current. AC current looks like this. So alternating current changes continuously. Okay, alternating current changes continuously and reverses the direction. இங்க ஆரம்பிச்சு திரும்ப direction அப்படியே மாத்துது and reverses the directions okay, it reverses the directions with the time. Yes, the AC changes time continuously with the time and reverses directions periodically. That's what the AC have advantages. So this is like a sine wave, okay, sinusoidal wave, sine wave. Okay, so the current is denoted by, that is the AC current is denoted by I is equal to I naught sine omega t, or I is equal to I naught cos omega t, where I is denoted by, what is I? It's an instantaneous current. I is the instantaneous current. I naught is the peak current or maximum current. So I naught is the, here this is I naught. So this is the AC EMF. It is plotted between the time and the AC EMF. So in y-axis EMF is taken and in x-axis the time is taken. Then this is the alternating EMF. Okay, this is the alternating EMF. Whereas this indicates the maximum current or peak current. So in this equations, the AC current is denoted by the formula I is equal to I naught sine omega t. This is a sine wave, sinusoidal wave, which means it changes continuously and reverses the directions periodically. That is a sine wave. Okay, and I naught is the maximum current. This wave continue irritated and this is the maximum current, and omega is the, what is omega? Omega is angular velocity. Okay, that is omega is equal to 2 by t. So omega is equal to angular displacement by time, that is 2 pi into 1 by t. So 2 pi, one reciprocal of time is frequency. Okay, so omega is 2 pi nu, or omega t is equal to 2 pi. Okay, in later case we are going to use this. So here in this equations, okay, so I is the, what is I? Instantaneous current. At any time instant, what is the current? And I naught is the maximum current. And omega is the, what is omega? Omega is the angular velocity. T is a small time in a given time. Okay, and omega is equal to 2 pi nu. How we get now? Angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. So angular displacement by time, the reciprocal of time is frequency, it is angular frequency, or omega into t is equal to 2 pi. Okay, so in this equations, that t, what is the t? Where t is time taken by AC, t is time taken by AC, in one complete cycle. One complete cycle. So this is one complete cycle. Here, this is one complete cycle. So இந்த ஒரு complete cycle ஒரு positive ஒரு negative வரதுக்கு எவ்வளவு time எடுத்துக்கிச்சோ அதுதான் time period. So the time period of AC is nothing but time taken by alternating current in one complete cycle. Okay. And we used nu, no? So what is the nu? It is the frequency. Frequency is nothing but number of cycles of vibrations. Number of cycles of vibrations or variations. Number of cycles of variations gone through by AC, gone through by AC in 1 second. அதாவது ஒரு டைம்ல எவ்வளவு டைம்ஸ் அது வைப்ரேட் ஆயிருக்கு in 1 second. Okay. So what is the frequency? Within a 1 second, how many vibrations takes place or how many variation takes place? So ஒரு செகண்ட் டைம் குள்ள இப்போ ஒரு செகண்ட் இந்தியால ஏசியோட frequency 50 Hz அப்படினா மீனிங் என்ன? இப்படிங்கிற 1 செகண்டுக்குள்ள எவ்வளவு டைம்ஸ் அது வேரி ஆயிருக்கு? 50 டைம்ஸ் மேலேயும் 50 டைம்ஸ் கீழேயும். ஏன்னா ஏசி வந்து ஒவ்வொரு ஆர் சைக்கிள்ல அதோட பொலாரிட்டியை மாத்தும். இந்தியால ஏசியோட frequency 50 Hz அப்படின்னா எவ்வளவு டைம்ஸ் வைப்ரேட் ஆகும்? 100 டைம்ஸ் மேலேயும் கீழேயும் சேர்த்து டோட்டலா 100 டைம்ஸ். ஸோ 1 செகண்ட்ல எவ்வளவு டைம்ஸ் வைப்ரேட் ஆயிருக்கு இல்ல எவ்வளவு டைம்ஸ் அது சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிருக்கு அதோட சைக்கிள அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது? frequencies. Okay. Now simply we denote the AC by a simple diagram. Listen. So simply we represent the AC by a simple diagram, a simple graph. How the sinusoidal wave is represented? The sinusoidal wave is represented by the following graph. Look at the graph. This is a graph is plotted between the time taken and AC EMF of AC. Okay. So it begins from 0 and reaches the maximum amplitude. Again it reverses the path and the negativity increases followed by this. So this is how the AC is represented. Okay. And the graph is plotted between the EMF of AC and the time taken. Okay. So here this is the time period of one wave. This is time period of the second wave. Similarly it keeps on goes. So the AC which reverses the directions periodically. Similarly another one graph. In another one graph, listen, the same this in y-axis EMF is taken and in x-axis the time period is taken. See again. So here how many cycle it comes? So this one we can use to represent it as T dash. This is T dash. This is 2T dash. This is 3T dash. This is 4T dash. So I'm comparing this both. This is one complete wave, no? This is second complete wave. Okay. So இதையும் compare பண்றோம். இது ரெண்டையும் compare பண்ணா from this two graph time period T is equal to 2T dash. அப்போ இந்த T ஒரு single cycle எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 2 times vary ஆயிருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி and also the frequency nu dash is equal to 2 nu. Okay. The frequency nu dash is equal to 2 nu. So இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம represent பண்ணது எல்லாமே AC current தான். நம்ம alternating current represent பண்ண மாதிரியே also we can represent an alternating EMF. Okay. In same way we can represent an alternating EMF. That is E is equal to E naught sin omega t or E is equal to E naught cos omega t. What is the E? That is EMF at any instant of time, and E naught is the maximum EMF and omega is the angular velocity. T is the small time period. Okay. So from the graph in some cases we'll use the inductor coil and capacitance. Okay, so these in a AC circuit, additionally we'll use inductor coil and capacitance for what? We use additionally inductor coil. This is the inductor coil, comma, a capacitor. This is a capacitor. For what? In AC circuits, additionally we use inductor coil and capacitor because current and voltage is controlled by the three factors. Because current, comma, voltage is controlled by three factors. Three factors. What are those three factors? It is inductor coil, capacitance, and resistance. Okay, so these are the current and voltage in a circuit is controlled by the inductor coil, capacitance, and resistors. Okay, suppose there is an inductor coil. What is the voltage across it? Okay, so there is an inductor coil. So across the inductor coil L, what is the voltage? We can find. So voltage across an inductor coil is given by, okay, voltage across an inductor coil is given by V is equal to L into di by dt. This is one equation. Already we have seen current equation. No, that is consider equation 1 and the EMF is equation 2. This is equation 3. Similarly, in a capacitor, the charges are accumulated. Okay. Similarly, in a capacitor, the charges were accumulated. So, in a capacitor, charge in a capacitor is denoted by charges in a capacitor is denoted by what? Charge Q. Q is equal to CV. Okay, Q is equal to CV. But already we know current. As we know, the current is rate of change of flow of charges. What is the current? We can define the current as nothing but it is the rate of flow of charges. That is I is equal to Q by T, but small charges, no, dQ by dt. So d by dt of what is the charge? The charge is denoted here from this equation. Substitute. It is CV. C is a capacitance value. It is a constant. We cannot take a derivative. Only the voltage is derivative with respect to time. So C into dV by dt. So this is equation number 5. So from these two equations, the first equation, the inductor, yes, in the first two equations, the inductor affects the voltage. In this equation, listen carefully, the inductor affects the voltage by change in current with respect to time. Okay, I repeat once again, the inductor that affects the voltage when change in current with respect to time. Similarly, in these equations, what is the equation? I is equal to C into dV by dt. The capacitor affects the current when change in the voltage with respect to time. Listen carefully. நான் திரும்பவும் சொல்றேன், இந்த terms நம்ம பின்னாடி யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். So இந்த ரெண்டு ஈக்குவேஷன் கேர்ஃபுல்லா கவனிங்க. The inductor affects the voltage when change in current with respect to time. Similarly here, the capacitor that affects the current when change in voltage with respect to time. Okay, so these are the general introduction about AC current. I repeat once again. So the lesson alternating current, in the introduction points alone we have summarized today. The first one, before knowing about the AC current, in an electric circuit, two important components plays an important role. The first one is battery. What is the role of the battery? Battery that produces an EMF. Okay, and then a resistor. What is the role of the resistor? Resistor that maintain the flow of electrons, or that controls the flow of current. So from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. And AC current is very convenient, and worldwide for our power demands, for our power production, we demand only the alternating current, not a direct current. Direct current means which we used in the small genset and the solar cell. These are all only the direct current. But in a large scale, we demand only the AC current, because AC means alternating currents. What are the advantages of alternating current? First one, alternating current which changes the directions periodically with respect to time, which changes continuously. Over half cycle அதோட polarity என்ன ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும், மாறிட்டே இருக்கும். And it is like a sinusoidal wave. So the AC current is denoted by I is equal to I naught sin omega t, or I is equal to I naught cos omega t. Here I is specified as the current at any instant, and I naught is denoted as peak current or the maximum current, and omega is the angular velocity. Okay. And next one, AC current can be easily changed from one form to another form with the help of a transformer, that is a step up transformer and step down transformer. So we can change the voltage. Okay. So that is very important thing in AC. Then second one, AC current can be transmitted over a long distance without much loss of energy. Because of that, the worldwide will use only the alternating current. Okay. And from the graph, what is the time period and frequency, how it is denoted? So look at the time period, the time taken by AC in one complete cycle. So this is one complete cycle. In one complete cycle, AC எவ்வளவு change ஆகிறதுக்கு எடுத்திருக்கு. Then frequency is in 1 second. Okay, in 1 second, how many variation takes place? So 0 to 1 second. Within a 1 second, how many variations gone through by AC in 1 second? Okay, that is the frequency. In India, the frequency of AC is 50 Hz. Why it is used to specify 50 Hz? We'll see in the coming classes. Okay. After that, like to represent the alternating current, also we can represent an alternating EMF. So an alternating EMF is denoted by the formula E is equal to E naught sin omega t, or E is equal to E naught cos omega t. And then we additionally use in a circuit, that is inductor coil and capacitance. Apart from resistor, we also use inductor coil and capacitor. So generally in a circuit, the current and voltage is controlled by the three factors. What are the three factors? One is a inductor coil, another one is a capacitor, third one is resistor. So LCR, which means inductor coil, capacitor and resistor. These are the three factors that that is controlling the controls current and voltage. Okay. Now that is the inductor coil. Across the inductor coil we connected a battery. So what is the voltage across an inductor coil? So the voltage across an inductor coil is denoted by V is equal to L into di by dt. V is equal to L into di by dt. Here L is nothing but, so the inductor affects the voltage when change in current with respect to time. Similarly, here the capacitors, in a capacitor the charges were accumulated. So the charge is stored in a capacitor, that is Q is equal to CV. So we know already the current is defined as rate of flow of charges. So d by dt of Q, that is CV. But the capacitance is a constant, so we cannot take a derivative. So C into dV by dt. So this equation represents the capacitance that affects the current when change in the voltage with respect to time. Okay. Next we are going to discuss the peak current and peak EMF, and then root mean square current and the root mean square EMF. Okay. Next, coming to the important topic, mean value or average value of AC. Okay. Already we know how to represent AC. Generally, the alternating current is represented by a sinusoidal wave, because it continuously changes the time in every half cycle. So this is the AC. AC is represented by this. Now we want to determine the mean value or average value of AC. Listen, 0. It begins from 0. This is the first half cycle. In a first half cycle, the AC current is in positive amplitude. But in the next half cycle, the AC current is in negative amplitude. So in one complete cycle, okay, the mean value is 0. Can you able to understand? This is the first half cycle. In first half cycle, the AC current is positive, whereas in the second half cycle, the AC current is negative. So for one complete cycle, the mean value of AC is 0. Okay, now we are going to determine the mean value of AC in the first half cycle, that is from 0 to T by 2. So the first half cycle, in the first half cycle, we are going to determine the mean value or average value of AC. The first half cycle means it is from 0 to T by 2. So how can we define? Look at the definitions, then we are going to find the value. The mean value over any half cycle, it may be the first half cycle or second half cycle, is defined as that the value of steady current which would send the same amount of charges through a circuit in the half cycle as it sent by AC through the same circuit in same time. அதாவது அதே சர்க்யூட்ல அதே டைம்ல கரண்ட் போறப்ப எவ்வளவு சார்ஜஸ் அதுல போயிருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் மீன் வேல்யூ. ஓகே, so now we are going to find the mean value of AC in the first half cycle. So how can we define, find the value? It's very simple steps only. Listen. So in the first half cycle, generally the current is denoted by, how can we denote the current? The AC current is denoted by, that is alternating current is denoted as I is equal to I naught sin omega t. Am I right? So this is the first equation. In this equation, the I that indicates the strength that remains constant. That is the strength of the current. Now let us assume the strength of the current remains constant. Even then the small charge sent in the circuit at the same time can be denoted by, if current strength remains constant. If you assume current strength remains constant at a time, then small charge sent in the circuit, then small charge sent in a circuit in small interval is denoted by, how can we denote it? That is dq is equal to, I is equal to dq by dt. So dq is equal to I into dt. This is equation number 2. Okay. Now let us assume q be the charge, q be the total charge. Let q be the total charge. Q be the total charge which is sent by AC in 0 to T by 2, which means first half cycle. During a first half cycle, let Q be the total charge sent by AC. Okay, so we need to integrate. So Q be the total charge, we need to integrate from the limit 0 to T by 2. Okay, 0 to T by 2, then I dt. Substitute the value of I. What is the value of I? We know the value of I already. So Q is equal to integration, so 0 to T by 2. What is the value of I? I is I naught sin omega t into dt. Okay, I naught is a constant, so constant value cannot be integrated. So we can take it outside, and remaining integrating the sin omega t, we have minus cos omega t. With respect to time, further we integrating this, we'll have omega again. Okay, so the constant we cannot integrate, we can take it outside. I have taken outside. Then we are going to integrate the sin omega t with respect to time. Okay, after integrating, this is the value we'll get, and the limit is 0 to T by 2. Okay, now I am taking the minus value and the denominator value separately outside, that is minus I naught by omega. Then inside the bracket we have cos omega t and the limit 0 to T by 2. Then substitute the limit. So minus I naught by omega and cos omega For a t, with respect to time only we are integrated, no? So for t, you substitute the upper limit, then lower limit. T by 2 minus cos omega into 0. Am I right? Therefore, the q is equal to minus I naught by omega into cos omega t. What is omega t? We know already. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t, or omega t is equal to 2 pi. So instead of omega t, we can substitute 2 pi. So cos, instead of omega, 2 pi, instead of omega t, 2 pi divided by 2 minus cos omega into 0, 0, 0. Okay. Then minus I naught by omega into 2 cancels. So cos pi minus cos 0. What is the value of cos pi? Cos 180, second quadrant. Only sign is plus, remaining are minus. So in the second quadrant, cos 180, which is equal to minus 1. Okay. And cos 0 minus cos 0. What is the cos 0? That is equal to sin 90. So it's a 1. So minus 1 plus minus 1, which is equal to minus 2. So we have minus I naught by omega into minus 2. So minus minus cancel. Therefore, the charge q is equal to 2 into I naught by omega. This is equation number, yes, second equation. After that, this is equation number 3. This is equation number 3. I repeat once again. திரும்ப எப்படி வருதுன்னு சொல்றேன், கேர்ஃபுல்லா கவனிங்க. நமக்கு இப்போ என்ன கால்குலேட் பண்ண போறோம்னா, a mean value of average, average value of alternating current. Okay, not a EMF, alternating current. Average value or a mean value of alternating current தான் calculate பண்ண போறோம். அதுக்கு நம்ம current is denoted because alternating current which changes the directions periodically. In the first half cycle, that is from 0 to t by 2, it is in positive. In second half cycle, it is from t by 2 to t, it is in negative. So in any half cycle, the current in the circuit which is also equal to the charge enclosed in the same circuit in the same time. Okay, அப்ப நமக்கு first current தெரியும். Alternating current is denoted by I is equal to I naught sin omega t. I is the average current and I naught is the peak current and omega is the angular velocity and it is a sinusoidal wave. Okay, if the current strength is remains constant, then the small charge sent in the circuit or in a small interval is denoted by dq is equal to I into dt. That is I is equal to dq by dt. Therefore, dq is equal to I into dt. So the total charge enclosed in the circuit, let q be the total charge sent by AC in the first half cycle. அப்போ 0 ல இருந்து t by 2 சைக்கிள்குள்ள டோட்டலா எவ்வளவு சார்ஜஸ் போயிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறது அதோட லிமிட் 0 to t by 2. So integrating for an entire in a first half cycle. Okay, by after in integrating இந்த பக்கம் dq integrate பண்ணா q கிடைக்கும், இந்த சைடு integrate பண்ணோம், left hand side integrate பண்ணா dq integrate பண்ணா q கிடைச்சிருக்கு, right hand side integrate பண்றோம் with the limit. After integrating, then substitute the I value. In this equation, substitute I naught sin omega t. But I naught is the peak current, cannot integrate, we can take it outside. After integrating sin omega t, we have a cos omega t by omega. Then to the t, you are substituting the upper limit and then minus substituting the lower limit. First upper limit, அதை substitute பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த minus omega constant நான் வெளில எடுத்துட்டேன். Then cos omega t க்கு இந்த t ங்கிற ஃபேக்டருக்கு upper limit minus lower limit substitute பண்ணி then simplify, I get this equation. So this is the equation of the total charge. Okay, total charge sent by AC in the first half cycle. Okay, also if Im is the mean or average value of AC, average value of AC over the first half cycle, over a first half cycle. What is the first half cycle? It is 0 to t by 2. Then the charge is denoted as I is equal to Im into t by 2. In the first half cycle, peak current is a mean or average value of the current. So this is equation number 4. Okay, compare these two equations 3 and 4. On comparing these two equations, which sides are equal? Left hand sides are equal. Automatically we can equate the right hand side up. So now we equate the right hand side of the two equations. So what you will get? On equating this right hand side of the equation, so equation 3 is equal to 4. So right hand side also equal. Right hand side also equal. So equating the right hand side, what we have in the fourth equation, right hand side is Im into T by 2, and in the third equation the right hand side is 2 Im by omega. So Im into T by 2, which is equal to 2 into I naught into, what is the value of omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi by T. So 2 pi by T. So the denominator value will multiply here. So T. So T and denominator 2 cancel. Then finally we have the peak or mean value. Okay, mean value of the average current, which is equal to 2 by pi into I naught. Okay. But pi oda value namakku theriyum 3.14. So 2 by 3.14 value edukku equal. 2 divided by 3.14, which is equal to 2 pi. 2 by 3.14, which is equal to 0.67, or 2 divided by 22 by 7, so 7. 14, so 14 by 22, which is equal to 7 by 11. 7 by 11 also equal to 0.67. So we can say that, therefore Im is equal to 0.637 of I naught. So we obtain this value. So what this equation represents? This equation that represents the mean or average value of alternating current over the first half cycle is 0.63 times the peak value of AC. Okay, the mean or average value of the current over the first half cycle, that is from 0 to T by 2, which is equal to 0.637 times of peak current. I naught is the peak value of the current. That is we can say 63.7% of peak value. So now we found the value. So இது வரைக்கும் உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இந்த இடத்துல நம்ம அடிஷனலா என்ன இன்ட்ரோ듀ஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம்? Im. What is Im? Im is the mean or average value of AC current over the first half cycle. So the charge is found charge Q is equal to Im into T by 2. First half cycle maximum எங்க வரைக்கும் முடிஞ்சிருக்கு? T by 2 வரைக்கும் முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. இந்த ரெண்டு ஈக்குவேஷனையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணா left hand side equal, ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா right hand side ஈக்குவேட் பண்றோம். After equating the right hand side, substituting the value of omega is equal to 2 by T. The denominator will multiply here. So time on both sides is eliminated and the 2 also eliminated. Then we have Im is equal to 2 by pi into I naught. Pi oda value 3.14 or 22 by 7. So 2 by pi, which is equal to 0.637. Okay. So the mean or average value of the current, which is equal to 0.60 times of peak value or 63.7% of peak value. Okay. Similarly, in the same way, we can get the expression for mean or average value of alternating EMF. இது நம்ம பார்த்தது alternating current-க்கு பார்த்திருக்கோம். Okay. அடுத்து நம்ம பார்க்க போறது alternating EMF பார்க்க போறோம். ஓகேவா? This is for alternating current. In the same way, we can find the alternating EMF, mean or average value of alternating EMF. Okay.